I'm going to become a scratch golfer. Whoa, that was scary to say out loud, but I don't think it is impossible at all. A quick side note, I do apologize for not filming this with a golf setting. I'm actually in Nottingham at the minute for work with the NSPCC as a content creator for their Game Save Cup, hence why I'm filming this video in a hotel room. Right, back to the usual programming. Now, before we get into me wanting to become a scratch golfer, let's go back to the beginning of my golf journey. I first started playing golf in primary school when I was 7 years old, and believe it or not, my primary school actually had multiple practice nets and putting greens. Yes, on our actual campus, but no, I did not go to a private school or anything of that sort. I went to a regular neighborhood school in Singapore. Back in Singapore, we have this thing called CCAs, which stands for co-curricular activities, where every student must choose an extra, I ran out of breath there, must choose a CCA to take after school. You could choose between sports, multiple different clubs such as the library club or the science club, and so many other options, but I only ever chose sports during primary school, and golf was the first one that I did from primary 1 to about primary 3. So that would have been from about 7 to 10 years old. Yes, we had a school golf team and it was called the Tiger Cubs. Now, I was naturally drawn to golf, potentially because my godfather is a golfer as well, or because I just liked the idea of putting the ball into the hole. But putting was my favorite part of golf when I was a kid. Which I suppose you wouldn't really believe now when you see how terrible my putting is. But that is a story for another day. I actually won a golf putting tournament when I was 7 years old, and I will show the trophy to prove it, but my mom actually said that I was really good at putting, especially the long putts. Me and my younger brother were very fortunate that we received almost weekly lessons with golf alongside the lessons that we were receiving in school. I even played on courses when I was a kid, and if memory serves me right, I believe it was Mandai Golf Club, but I will double check with my parents to make sure that that was indeed the golf club. Unfortunately, there aren't any videos of me playing golf when I was younger. I know, it makes me so sad because I just want to see what did little Alia look like swinging a golf club. As far as I know, at least, there aren't any videos, but I did manage to find so many photos online alongside the photos that my mom took, and it just made me so happy. Being able to look at photos of myself playing golf when I was younger, it made me reminisce a lot, and in fact reminded me that the first set of golf clubs I had was a Slazanga set. Let's not mention the haircut because I don't know why my mom was so insistent on having my hair up to here, but it's fine. Well, it's not really fine because I still have nightmares of what my ID card looked like with that really short hair, and Mom, it's okay, I forgive you. I am forever grateful that my primary school had golf facilities on campus and actually encouraged a lot of us to take golf as our sport. If it wasn't for my primary school, I might not have ever started playing golf. I don't think many people can say that their sport in school was golf, especially in primary school. I stopped playing golf when I was around 10 years old, and there's multiple reasons as to why, but I won't go into it in this video because it is a very long story. But if you are interested to know why I even stopped playing, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on it. So, how and why did I get back into golf? My journey back into golf actually started when I met my boyfriend Danny, who goes online by Tadar Golfs. He's been playing golf himself for a few years before we even met, and when he found out that I used to play golf when I was in primary school, he immediately, well, not immediately, but he got me to the driving range ASAP. This was in October 2022, and to say he was impressed, I think would be an understatement because I don't think he expected me to swing as good as I did, especially one, that I haven't played golf in so many years, but two, my muscle memory was so good. Now, somehow my golf game has managed to get so incredibly, well, not incredibly, it's alright I guess, but still a lot worse than what it used to be. But at that time, purely going off muscle memory, I swung so well. After that, I realized how much I missed golf, but also how much I still really love golf. So I went and got a second-hand pair of, secondhand pair, a secondhand set of golf clubs from Facebook Marketplace and started going to the driving range. But after a few times, I stopped until May 2023 because it was really cold in the UK. Call me a wuss, but I could not handle the cold weather at all, even at the driving range. Now, I moved to the UK in 2017, and at that point, 5 years later, I am still not fully used to the cold weather. I'm a lot better now, you guys. It's winter and I'm wearing a t-shirt, but back then, a year ago, a year and a half ago, I still could not handle it. Singapore is summer all year round, okay? So let me off on this one. In June 2023, we went to Paphos, Cyprus for our birthday, and yes, we shared the same birthday, which is pretty cool. That was the first time I played on a golf course again in like 14 to 15 years. I can't even explain how excited little Alia was because it was like going back to when I was a child being on the golf course again. We didn't bring our own golf clubs, but Aphrodite Hills, you guys, the latest tailor-made sets. And I looked at these clubs and I was like, oh my gosh, I need them. If I want to do well, I need these golf clubs. That was the true turning point for me to not only take golf seriously again, but actually be consistent with it. And also the fact that it was the summer made it a lot easier for me to transition back into golf because I didn't have to handle the cold weather. I created my golf social media accounts, Alia WGH Golf, and slowly started posting content on there. In July 2023, I got my first handicap of 28.9, and a few months after that, it went down to 23. And after that, I decided to treat myself to a brand new set of golf clubs, the Wilson Magnolia set. Blue is my favorite color, as you can see from my nails, and a lot of the things I have is blue, so the fact that these golf clubs were blue were just a bonus. Let's get into it now. Why do I want to and why do I believe that I can become a scratch golfer? I'm currently at 23.1, and honestly, I think that is going to go up with how I'm currently playing now after I've submitted 20 handicaps. Not 20 handicaps, sorry, 20 scorecards. I feel like with everything, it's important to have a goal, and I do genuinely believe that one of the reasons that the more I'm playing golf, the worse that I'm getting is because I don't really have a purpose or an overall challenge with golf. And I've realized that I'm the kind of person that needs some sort of purpose with anything that I do, which is probably why I work so much and why I also don't like relaxing, because I don't feel like relaxing is productive if I'm not actually getting any work done. But anyway, my mentality now is that if that is the way I look towards my work, why am I not applying that with golf? This is why I'm starting my new series, Alia To Scratch, where I am documenting my entire journey to becoming a scratch golfer. I'm going to do this with long form YouTube videos rather than just only doing short form and no long form, because I feel like with long form videos, I can provide a lot more context and a lot more content in this series because I'm not limited to 60 seconds. Now, I also have to be realistic. I don't expect myself to become a scratch golfer within the next few months or even the next year or two, and I fully understand that it's going to be a long journey. But that's also why I really want to make it long form on YouTube, because I feel like in a few years, we can look back at the entire journey and see how much I've progressed. As the series continues to develop, I'm also hoping that I'll one day be able to collab with other creators and maybe even tour pros. I want to become a scratch golfer because one, I feel like it will be absolutely incredible to just be really good at golf, but two, I want the challenge. Golf is not an easy sport at all. I think it's a lot harder than a lot of non-golfers really realize. I want to be tested. I want the hard days. I want the challenge. And I hope that you watching will follow me along this journey, Alia To Scratch. I do want this to be an interactive series, so let me know in the comments what type of videos you'd like to see, who you'd like to see me collab with, and more, because I really value your feedbacks. Let the fun, mostly, begin.